Hello there, my friend. Today we're taking you step by step through the 18 components of a successful wealth plan. Okay? From understanding what wealth really means to building multiple income streams, mastering asset allocation, protecting what you've built, and creating a legacy that lasts for generations. Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. All right, so let's start off with component 1, defining what wealth actually means to you. Because you know, Aluxa, most people who say they want to be wealthy never actually get there. And the ones who try often waste years chasing a number that doesn't even make sense for their life. If you want your time and energy to actually pay off, you need a clear definition of wealth that makes sense for you and can actually guide your decisions in the real world. So grab a pen and paper, my friend, because by the end of this segment, you'll know how to define wealth on your own terms, how to set targets that actually matter, and how to measure progress so you know you're moving in the right direction. You know, Aluxa, most people think wealth is just about having a lot of money. They see someone with a fancy car or a big house and think, that person is wealthy. But that's not how real wealth works, okay? Because true wealth isn't about how much you have. It's about how much freedom you have. It's about whether you can live the life you want without constantly worrying about money. So ask yourself, what does wealth actually mean to me? Is it being able to retire early? Is it having enough passive income to never work again? Is it being able to travel whenever you want? Or maybe it's just having enough savings that you never have to stress about an unexpected expense. The point is, wealth looks different for everyone. And if you don't define it for yourself, you'll spend your whole life chasing someone else's definition. That's why component 1 is so critical. You need to know what you're aiming for before you can build a plan to get there. All right, moving on to component 2, calculating your net worth. Because here's the thing, my friend, you can't improve what you don't measure. And most people have no idea where they actually stand financially. They know roughly how much they make, they know roughly how much they spend, but they've never sat down and calculated their actual net worth. Your net worth is simple. It's everything you own minus everything you owe. So that's your assets, your savings, your investments, your property minus your debts, your credit cards, your loans, your mortgage. When you subtract the second number from the first, that's your net worth. And this number is your starting point. It tells you exactly where you are right now, and once you know that, you can start making a plan to get where you want to go. So pull out a spreadsheet, write down every asset you have, write down every debt you owe, and do the math. That number, whatever it is your baseline. Now, component 3 is setting specific wealth targets. Because look, okay, saying I want to be rich is not a plan. It's a wish. If you want to build real wealth, you need specific targets with specific timelines. For example, maybe your first target is to hit a net worth of $100,000 in 3 years. Then maybe it's $500,000 in 7 years. Then $1 million in 10. The point is, you need milestones. You need something concrete to aim for. And here's why this matters. When you have a specific target, you can reverse engineer the steps to get there. You can figure out how much you need to save, how much you need to invest, and what kind of returns you need to hit your goal. Without targets, you're just wandering around hoping things work out. With targets, you've got a map. All right, component 4 is understanding cash flow. And this one is huge, okay? Because most people focus on how much they make, but they completely ignore how much they keep. You could be making $200,000 a year, but if you're spending $210,000, you're going backwards. Cash flow is the difference between what comes in and what goes out. And if you want to build wealth, you need positive cash flow. That means you're keeping more than you're spending every single month. So track your income, track your expenses, and make sure the gap between them is growing. Because that gap, my friend, that's where wealth comes from. Now, component 5 is building an emergency fund. And this is non-negotiable. Before you start investing, before you start building businesses, you need a financial cushion. Life is unpredictable. Your car breaks down, you lose your job, you have a medical emergency. If you don't have savings to cover these things, you'll end up going into debt. And debt is the enemy of wealth. So here's the rule. Build an emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Keep it in a savings account where you can access it quickly. And don't touch it unless it's a real emergency. This fund is your safety net. It's what keeps you from falling backwards every time life throws you a curveball. All right, moving on to component 6, eliminating bad debt. Because not all debt is created equal, okay? There's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is money you borrow to buy something that goes up in value or generates income, like a mortgage on a rental property or a business loan that helps you grow. Bad debt is money you borrow to buy things that lose value or don't generate any return, like credit card debt for clothes, cars, or vacations. If you're carrying bad debt, especially high-interest credit card debt, you need to eliminate it as fast as possible. Because every month you're paying interest, you're literally giving away money that could be building your wealth instead. So make a plan, pay off the highest interest debt first, and stop borrowing money for things that don't make you money.